it's like they overdo it with a lot of it, and it feels like
let there be some question. Like there's like in the first scene, like they forget the saw, but they still get out of there with the tree because they ripped it out of the ground. How do they rip it out of the ground? Who gives a shit? It's funny.
We don't need to overdo it.
We don't need to we don't need to make it so realistic that no, Chevy Chase isn't ripping a tree out of the ground.
And the comedy is very dry. It's not like at any moment it feels relate to all of it, but the older you get, the funnier it gets, the more relatable it gets, especially once you start having kids of your own, once you're married.
I feel like even without like kids, I'm looking at it like, man, I can appreciate it for just the dynamic, like the father always trying to just go above and beyond for the Christmas magic.
For sure.
Whether it's
each other without being able to talk. What the fuck are we talking about? They never spoke a word.
You ever watch Love is Blind?
I do not watch Love is Blind. No.
This was Love is Mute.
It was Love is Mute. It was a great life lesson. It was a great life lesson.
Also, what's considered a good gift and a bad gift? If you're a shitty gift receiver, you need to check yourself in the fucking mirror.
That's good.
If you're out here hoping you're getting a fucking brand new car and it's like, you know what I mean?
Hey, expectation is way too high.
What are we fucking doing here?
Right.
All right, we need to reevaluate the situation at hand.
Expectations.
Yes. So it goes both ways.
How am I as a gift giver, guys? Predictable, aren't funny. This movie is very funny.
The light part wasn't funny. It was just the needed part in the movie.
You didn't think it was funny when he stapled his sleeve to the gutter and he ripped his sleeve off and then the ladder fell back into the tree. Then he went forward again. Then he's hanging from the gutter and a piece of ice shot out and hit his neighbor's window.
No. It's good for TV, but I didn't laugh, if that's what you're asking me.
Just give it a rating.
Plot, I'll give it a 7.
It's ridiculous.
I like the way Travis just crushed you the way you crushed me.
Travis and Jason Kelce are welcoming Kylie Kelce back to the New Heights show for a Christmas Eve episode this week. The latest podcast installment is dropping a day early with Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs playing on Wednesday, Christmas Day, the usual day that new episodes are released. You'll actually love. This episode, New Heights posted across their social media channels on Monday evening. The Christmas with Kylie episode is dropping tomorrow, Christmas Eve, at the usual time, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Time, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Jason's wife has appeared on the show on multiple occasions before, but it will be her first appearance since launched her own Not Gonna Lie podcast recently, last week. Jason and Travis sent their fans into meltdown as they teased a very special guest joining them on the show. Regular listeners have been desperate for Taylor Swift to join the show, and given that she has recently finished her Eras tour, it seems feasible that she would have the time to